guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Even though it's a busy week for me, but I'm gonna try to see I can get back on the schedule. I think I say that in every episode, but mostly because thank God we stopped raining for a whole month and finally see the peak of sun, and hopefully that would change the mood of everything. Even though this was supposed to be kind of stress for me, but hope some vitamin D would help. So anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. Morning. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today I want to talk about the path of spiritual journey. Why do I want to talk about this? Actually, I meant to talk about this long time ago. Morning. The reason of that is throughout the years, very often people would bring up the question regarding to this whole spirituality things and want me to clarify which one is right, which one is wrong. The most debatable question, which I'm going to summarize it, is one group of spiritual people will, insist we are here to learn, we are here to evolve, which you will hear probably more where I'm tending into. And the other group of people will insist we are here to be punished. The reason we become human is here to be punished. Or the reason we are here is because we had to pay our debt. So sure enough, throughout the years, I will have people come and ask me, which one is right, which is wrong, right? Bear with me. Understand that I'm actually coming from a very traditional background, like a Buddhist background. So you'll understand Buddhists in general believe we are here to be punished, which I really don't believe that's what Buddhists say, but I just believe throughout the years, since people feel they find no way out, so they feel they are trapped, and then human definition is usually a little bit more negative. So I would say through 1,000 years, how human definition is slowly become that way, believing we are here to be punished, we're here to pay our debt. So before I really get into the conversation, I want to, remind you guys a couple of things I say. If you guys been following me, my episode, my broadcast, you probably hear me say this phrase several times. I'm going to introduce one of them. First, you hear me say this all the time. There's no right or wrong, good or bad under the universe. Everything is there for a reason. You get it, right? So there's no right or wrong, good or bad. That means when you ask me this question, it already doesn't make sense because there's no right or wrong. And why does this reason come from? Because you will then go to the next one. It's called everything have two sides of it. Everything. So everything we see the side is all black, it would be another side that we may not see. So really the best way for us to grow or understand a better picture of it. Sorry, I seems to have to text my husband something. So here, done. So, what I'm saying is instead of truly believe one side of things, after so long of, signing spiritual journey, I really learned the best way to understand the bigger picture is no more of it, because there might be some side like you are missing. So first, let go of your perception. There's a right or wrong, good or bad. This is a right one. This is a bad one. Once you have that, you have human perception. So now I'm going to introduce another one that I say all the time. My higher spirits at the beginning of the journey do tell me that human language is what stopped us from learning. Why so? Because when the language first introduced, got created is to help us understand things better. But as time goes on, we start to depending on language. So you will understand there are a lot of people try to explore the spiritual world out there, and then they might got one concept which they believe is true, and later on they discover another side of it, and then they truly believe that is the truth, and then they stick to that path. And because what they believe, how they are trapped by their language and believe they discover something different, so they decide to hold on to that truth, that little discover, and then that's how they they have no room to expand anymore. And then that's how spirit guide actually warned me. That's where people stop learning. Once they discover something new, let's say I discover this is actually square, not wrong. So, I'm like so eager to share what I know, so eager to tell people this is true. This is not a square one. This is actually a wrong corner, right? And then I stuck to that. So therefore, I will stop learning. So if you understand all that, now I'm going to come back to you like, what the heck am I talking about? No, everything is connected. That's why I would say spiritual journey actually start getting fun. It becomes fun when you start to know more. So what I really want to say is come back to our question at the beginning, the path of spiritual journey. Every single one of you will come to this point, realize everything seems to be right. First, you will go through the point is you seem to discover a new land, and then you start to think maybe that's the right path, right? In that point, you either decide to stay in that new land or you decide to discover more. But if you do continue to study or explore more, the chances you will start to have a sense that everything seems right. It seems like everything is right, and then you no longer know what's going on because you used to believe this is right and you used to believe this is right. Why all of a sudden you feel all confused? The reason of that is because it's not like you really lost. It's because you now enter a new dimension or new area. Say you start to see bigger picture. Does that mean you see the whole picture yet? No, it just simply means you start to see the bigger picture. You start to understand or kind of understand, not really understand, what it is, but you seem to have a feel of it. That is, you may be simply introduced a little part of this before. As you go on, you start to realize, it's not square, it's actually a rectangle. It's actually a rectangle. And then you start to explore more. You start, it's not as rectangle as I thought. You actually have a little bit wrong corner to it. And then somehow you can decide to stop there and then start preaching whatever you believe, or you continue learning more. You go around and you start, it's not black. All this time I thought it's black, but it's actually red. You know what I mean? So that's really what a spiritual journey is. That's really what it is. So get back to the question is, which one is right? I hope I've been talking a lot. They already explained it. None of them is, all of them are right. Does that make sense? The better way to say is all of them are right. So we are here to evolve, but we also here to learn. We also here to make up to the mistake that we did before. And then, remember all those feelings throughout the almost 300 episodes. I tell all those feelings you accumulate, you had to pay it somehow. You had to come to this balance point that you feel okay with it. You no longer feel guilty. You no longer feel shame. You no longer feel, embarrassed or something like that. Those are the emotions because you accumulated. You will have to work it. You know what I mean? So as much as a soul have a tendency to get better, which a lot of spiritual people out there saying, yeah, we are here to evolve ourselves. Forget about paying debt. Don't stay there. What I'm here to say is consider this. In order for your spirit to grow, you have to know more. If you stay in the point to reject meaning I believe that's a right or wrong, which is already against a universal rule, you then stop yourself from learning. So if you ever got introduced a new idea, a new concept that you may have a little bit resistant to it, consider that as an area that you never got explored before. So people just simply introduce you a concept. So my higher spirit does say something. There is a truth in everything. There's a truth in every religion. Not ask you to buy everything they say, but consider what is the truth that in there that you were missing. Because by trying to discover what that truth that makes sense to you, you then collect one more piece that will help you explore your spiritual journey. So what I'm saying here is there are many paths of spiritual journey. Your spirit know the best. Your spirit's already got it all mapped out, planned out, and figured out the best way for you to learn. based on individuality. Not everybody's gonna work on the same path. So what I'm here to say, when you get introduced something, even when you have question about it, instead of take it all on, take it as a reference and consider what may be truth in there. As my point of view, I do believe there are many sides of things. By knowing many sides of things, it does help me grow better and then, able to see things in a bigger picture. So at this point, I will have to say both of theory are correct. We are here. Well, at least so far is correct, unless unless I get introduced otherwise. So what I'm here to say is, I do think we spirits here, the reason we become human because we choose it, because we want to become a better. How do we become a better soul? Not without a price. The price is we do learn through difficulty. We do learn through obstacle. So those obstacles, it may come across like a punishment based on human definition, but they are not. They really are not. They are there because we know through this, through overcome it, through confronting it, we gain something from it. So, in that regard, it might because some other religions or human definition define it as a punish. We are here to be punished. Guys, I talk to inner spirit so that you know that it might look like that way, but it's really not. There is always a way out. The best way out of this, or the best way you can get to a point that you fully enjoy your life, is really, there's no other way, but consider this, is to confront, deal with your problem, deal with your fear, the things you have tendency to run away from, because based on life after life of habit, you tend to run away from it. But understand that why is it here again? Why is it in front of me again? Because there's something there that you can do it. I know I can deal with it. I know I can confront it. So, consider that, But otherwise, I would say, other than that, do consider every aspect of thing when you are introduced to, because the moment you start saying right or wrong, you already limited your mind from growing and developing. Consider everything, and consider, most important of all, there are truth in everything. Figure out what that is, then you can disregard rest of the thing that doesn't work for you. So anyway, just my personal opinion. I really hope that answer your question or even make you more confused. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowen.com. Till then, next time, bye.